I want to talk about friendly competition or just competition in general versus copycats. And when I say that, I want you to understand that no matter what idea you have, somebody, especially if it's a good idea, there's going to be somebody else potentially doing, what you're doing. They may have started a little bit before you. They may have already had the idea, or they may follow behind you and try to duplicate your idea. I would say to take that as a form of flattery. There's definitely a difference between being a straight up copycat and bringing competition to the table, but the world is big enough for there to be an idea used on different platforms, on different ways. Like I get calls from partners, I get DMs, when, we see these other platforms using a porch. I get people DMing me like, man, you need to send them a cease and desist. You need to, man, you need to get them up out of here. But at the end of the day, I mean, the porch isn't something that I invented. We've been sitting on porches, we've been, conversing on porches, people been jumping off porches, since forever. I mean, even, you know, I got the actual terminology from the Hot Boys Guerrilla Warfare album. They had a skit called Off the Porch, and then they had multiple skits called On the Porch, and all of them was hella entertaining to me and just made sense with some of the same things that I dealt with and saw in the hood, and and some of the conversations you would hear, in the neighborhood. So the porch isn't something that I made up, but I would like to say that me, our platform DGB, we're one of the first platforms to use the porch as the primary, location to do our interviews. But there's room for other platforms to, also do that, and we don't have to be mad. I mean, look, Nas had a song where he said, "No idea is original. There's nothing new under the sun. It's not about what you do, but how it's done." That's like one of the realest lines to me, for real, because it's not about what you doing, but it's about how you doing it. It's about what you bringing to the table. Like I have full confidence in what I do because I know that nobody can take away what I got right here. Nobody can take my sauce. Nobody can duplicate what's in my heart and what's, and what's meant for me. So that's why, honestly, I don't get upset or I don't get frustrated when I see, other platforms come out with a porch.